Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is Retired Fridays. I kind of stumbled onto a work schedule back about 2012, late 2012, early 2013, where I worked allowed me to work 4 9-hour days and a 4-hour day, or you could work 4 10-hour days, or you could work 5 8-hour days. So you had to work 40 hours a week, and they wanted you to kind of have a schedule kind of put in place, so your supervisor, so everybody knew kind of where you were, that you weren't like totally, shortchanging your hours, right? You want to have a general work schedule that kind of worked, and then over time, maybe you have a little more flexibility with over time. But anyway, so I went with that the 4 10-hour days. That seemed intriguing, every Friday off, but 10 hours is a long time to sit there in one place and do that, right? So I tried this 4 9 hours Monday through Thursday and a 4-hour on Friday, and that worked for me. Now, yeah, those 4 9-hour days, of course, that's an hour longer than 8, so it's a long day. But where I work, since a lot of people do this, those first 4 days of the week are pretty intense, pretty engaging, pretty exciting, and very easy to keep going, because there's just stuff to do, and you don't really. I never really got bored with that. I could just easily put in. Now that does shortchange your Monday through Thursday a little bit. You don't have as much time. You might have there's more time getting to and from work, right? But there's you got less time to prepare meals, less time to do your errands, less time to exercise. But if you are efficient and organized, you can minimize that. But the main benefit is what I call the retired Friday, where you only work 4 hours on Friday. And by doing that 4-hour Friday, you start opening up just enormous amounts of free time, because you basically have almost a 3-day weekend every weekend. Almost. You still got to go to work in the morning, but you just open up so much time. Let's say the weekend, usually people consider the weekend starting a Friday evening. You finally leave work at 5 o'clock and you take off to go somewhere for the weekend. Well, now I can leave and go for the weekend at 11 o'clock in the morning, right, if I start early enough. Or I can still leave for later in the day on a Friday, but now I got all afternoon to do all this extra stuff, right? So I would highly encourage you, if you have some sort of a professional job or some job that lends itself to it, where you're actual physically being there at a certain, on Friday afternoons or some other afternoon is critical, maybe you can switch to this. You really will love this retired Friday idea. I've just, all these different, it's like, I'm in my 50s, so I started this in my late 40s, and it was like almost immediately life's stresses started to dissipate, because now every Friday, I have plenty of time to exercise, so I'd always would lift weights on Fridays, always. And I could even, lift weights early in the afternoon, come home, take a nap, get recharged, and then go out on the town Friday night and still have plenty of energy. The big problem with lifting weights, let's say you lift weights on a Friday at 5 to 6 o'clock, you're going to feel like heck after that, and you're not going to feel like going out on the town Friday night. Whereas Friday night is kind of the best night of the week to go out after Saturday night, of course. But yeah, and then sometimes, let's say I didn't want to go out, well, maybe I'd exercise twice, right? I'd go for a walk and I'd lift weights, or two other things. You get all that extra exercise in. You got all that extra exercise time. A lot of times I would go out for a nice late breakfast or a nice lunch, and now I've got like all this leisure time to enjoy, because I've got all morning. I don't have to rush off and all of that. I can just it's kind of a mess here at the gas station. I'm stopping in to get a few supplies. Bear with me a second. I want to run this lady down. So yeah, I had all the fun of going out for lunch, going out for breakfast. I could run. You'd be surprised how fast you can do all your errands when there's nobody, when the stores are not crowded and the streets are not crowded. Around late morning, noon, and early afternoon, there's not much going on, and you can do all the stuff you want, all the things you want to do. It takes you, everything is a breeze. It's quick, it's easy, it's more enjoyable. So you and you can still do all that. You can go out for breakfast, do all those errands, get your exercise in, take a nap, do some reading, do some research, do this, that, and the other thing, and you still have all the weekend to enjoy. I would highly recommend you try to get on a schedule like that. It's surprising how good it is. It's so unbelievably good for the quality of your life that I think employers will start to naturally gravitate toward it, because the people who work there are so much happier when you have that Friday afternoon off, always. So give that idea some thought. That's the Retired Fridays, all for now.